Hey y'all, it's Bennett, and it's time for another pickups video. This time I'm just back from a family trip down to Walt Disney World. We are big Disney fans. We go there pretty frequently. It's not too far a drive from where we live, and it's just something we like to do as a family. And just so happens that this time my wife had a conference she was going to, so she spent some time doing conference stuff, and I spent some time doing what I like to do, which is going out and look for video games. And so first of all, let's start out by what did I find in Walt Disney World proper. And you might say, well, you can't game hunt in Walt Disney World. It's not a video game related enterprise. And I say, au contraire. Depends on where you go. We went to Epcot, and of course that means going into the Japan section of the World Showcase, and therein seeing all the cool stuff they have that would be of interest in Japan. So that means video game plushes. This is officially from, the Japanese All-Star Collection. I was looking around, thinking about my collection of various plushes, and I realized I didn't have a Yoshi. Like I have Star Fox here, but I didn't have a Yoshi. So I picked out from some of the mini colors the one that my wife and daughter went ooh when they saw, and so got this guy right here, Yoshi. So awesome. Yoshi joined the collection, and also picked up a Boo light that lights up and makes the little Boo sound. I don't know if it's ready to be turned on. I don't think it has batteries in it, but that'll be cool. That'll go up on the old shelf somewhere. And yeah, as you can see, well, that one's designed in the UK, so but I bought it in Japan, in Florida. So best I could do. Anyway, so I was real happy to find these guys in Walt Disney World proper. Yeah. Moving on, I did go look at a couple of thrift stores in town, in Kissimmee, really, and did not have any particular success. At one place I found like a really grungy GameCube knockoff controller that I was hoping, meant there would be some GameCube stuff in there somewhere, but that was the closest I came, so no luck there. But that's all right, because while my wife was at conference, I also went out to a couple of game stores, and you have to drive a little bit to get to them if you're in the Disney area, but I found a couple that I really enjoyed and had some good success at. And so we begin with West Orange Comics and Video Games. And that's in Ocoee, Florida. Look, there's your address right there. You'll check it out when you're down at Disney. If you got some time to spare, be ready to pay some tolls on the road and take a little time to go to it. But it's really cool, kind of boutique games and comics situation, like smallish but with good stuff. And like they had a PlayStation 2 test console that instead of PS2 on the side has test in Sony font, and I don't have any idea what that would have gone for. Most stuff wasn't priced because I had to look it up, which is not ideal, but it's fine. That's understandable. No idea what the test console would have gone for. It definitely would have been out of my price range for the time being. But it was cool. And they had Virtual Boy, and they had a lot of kind of the higher end special edition games and things like that. But what I eventually landed on was a very lovely copy. This is not a seal, it's just a baggie. Of Arcade Hits Pack This is the this is a arcade light gun game, you know, available for play on your Wii. This was $100, and that's about going great for it. But I've never seen this one anywhere in person, and you know, I like the light gun games, and I was super stoked to pick this up. So yeah, shout out to West Orange Comics and Video Games. You know, check them out when you're down there. I was, like I said, really excited to add this to the collection. And then we moved on to the second game store location, which is called Cybertron Video Games. Yeah, Cybertron Video Games. Let's let you look at that there. It's so hologrammy. Anyway, Cybertron Video Games in Winter Park, Florida. That's where I was. Can you see that? Go to look, cybertrongames.com. cybertrongames.com will get you all you need, but I thought this place was awesome. It was wall-to-wall video games. It looked like where, you know, how the game stores used to be before everything started like shrinking down and becoming nothing but Funko Pops and all that business. So, you know, they had new stuff, Switch and Xbox One and PS4 and 5 and all that stuff. And they had kind of some special stuff like limited run games and some other stuff like that. And they had PlayStation 2 and 3 and Xbox 360 and regular Xbox all strewn around the middle. And they had GameCube wall, and they had a Wii wall, and Super Nintendo and NES wall, and they had stuff in the glass case. It was great. I could have stayed there for hours. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay there for hours, but anyway, so I was super happy to be there and pick up some stuff, to be able to pick up some stuff that I could use to fill in some of the boxes you've seen in my other videos and so on and so forth, because you know I like good complete in-box games, and I've got a lot of empty box games that are just looking for games, and empty box, you know, boxes that are looking for games to go in them, such as NHL PA Hockey 93 for the Super Nintendo. This was $5, so nothing wrong with that. We had NBA Live 96 for the original Game Boy. 10. Again, filling up some boxes. We had skiing and snowboarding with Tommy Moe. Tommy Moe's Winter Extreme. There's a lot of different ways to read this title. It says skiing and snowboarding, Tommy Moe's Winter Extreme. Yeah, a lot of ways to read that title, but it was $5 and fills in a box, and they also had a completed box copy of this there, but my box was better anyway, so kept this as just the loose copy. I'm so excited about this stuff, and that's why I'm fumbling over my words. Anyway, moving on. For $13, we had WWF Raw. That's right, WWF before it went to WE. And that fills up another box that I have. And finally, for that day, we picked up another copy of Super Tennis. It's $10. And what you may recall is that like last week or recently, I picked up Super Tennis here in town, but I didn't have the manual. So I went ahead and picked up the copy that they had at Cybertron for $10. Keep the manual, keep the whichever game is in better condition, you know, hopefully the sticker comes off easily enough, and put it all up in the box, and then sell the whichever loose cart is left for $10 or so, and be back in business. So that was very exciting. In fact, it was so exciting I had to go back a couple of days later, and that's when I loaded up on the following. again, filling up a lot of boxes, and also a couple of things, you know, just for the fun of it. Okay, let's see. We have Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers on the Game Boy Advance for $10. We have Kong, King of Atlantis. Why is he King of Atlantis? I don't know, but I'll find out when I play the game. Also Game Boy Advance. That was, what, $5? Yep. And fills up some boxes. There we have SpongeBob, Creature from the Krusty Krab, for whatever that says, $5. And also Ice Age for $4 to fill up that box as well. And all those will go on the shelf now that they have games in them. And similarly, now this is a little more exciting, we have Donkey Kong Country 2. This is not the best, you know, condition copy in the world, but it was $20, and frequently this goes for, and they wrote it $30, so I was willing to take the slight downgrade in condition for the price difference and have it in the collection and put it in the box and put it on the shelf and play it and all that stuff. So Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest. Let's see, we have, this is, you'll know this one, Shadow of the Colossus. I have complete copies of this already, but I just happen to have an extra case for this, and so I knocked that off for $9, and then I'll be able to sell it for something. Probably not even, I don't know, I may wind up losing money on that, but I don't know. I hate having empty cases, so let's put games in them. Alright, so that's enough of knocking off the empty case pickups there that I put games in now. So picking up complete games. Here we have Blade 2 for the Xbox original. Y'all know I'm enjoying collecting for the Xbox. This was $19, which is a smidge higher than it kind of goes for on price charting, but not much. And it's, you know, actually a little better than it goes for on what I saw on eBay. So I'll take it. It's taped shut, but it is complete. I'll, you know, untape it at some point. Probably should have done that already. Wait a minute. Do I have my handy dandy tape opener? Shunk. And look at there. Complete. Blade 2. Huh. And a little comic inside. Well, isn't that fun? So that's extra complete. Then we have The Great Escape with everybody's favorite Steve McQueen, who was not, I don't think, alive to make this game himself, but it was digitally, let's see, it says, based on the MGM classic film, superstar Steve McQueen is digitally resurrected to star in the saga of courage and heroism, triumph over the evil Nazi Empire as the mastermind of The Great Escape. There he is on there. There's Steve escaping on his bike. Great movie. I feel like the game got decent reviews back in the day. I always was intrigued by it, but I never picked it up. So now I have it. This was $7, easily worth that for me. And then another, this one is actually an Xbox exclusive, Superman, the Man of Steel. And I'm pretty sure this one is probably not very good. I think it's from the same people that brought us that Aquaman game, and Batman Dark Tomorrow, I think, was the other bad one. I already had Superman Returns, the one based on that movie with that guy in it. But anyway, this is not that one. This is the other one. But it was $10, and it was an Xbox exclusive, came complete with the manual and all that stuff, so picking it up. And finally, my last pickup from Cybertron for this trip at any rate, because I hopefully will be back next time I go to Disney, if we have time. The last one was a sealed copy of WCW Backstage Assault. That's right, sealed N64 game, brand new, for $35. So I felt pretty good about that. Whoever finds sealed N64 games these days, and especially for, you know, $35. I think they go for like $40 on, according to price charting, so that's about right. Nothing, it's not something that I, you know, if I were the kind of person who sent things in for grading, I wouldn't think this would get a heck of a good grade, because it's, you know, creased and smushed here and there or whatever. But it is, by golly, a sealed N64 game. And I was actually happy to pick it up. And, you know, it's got all your favorite WCW wrestling superstars of the mid-90s, including that guy and the other guys. I don't know. But that's it. I had a great time at Disney, had a great time doing the game hunting, and hope you're glad to find out about some more places to go game hunting if you're ever in that kind of Orlando area. Like I said, Cybertron probably has what you're looking for. And while you're at it, go down to West Orange Comics and Games. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one. See y'all next time. Gorsh. That's terrible. Gorsh.